Is your ex ruining your relationship? Let's get into this thing right now. Yeah. It's your boy JD, live and direct to you. You know what it is. Come on and join in. Ha. What up? It's your boy JB coming at you live and direct, and you know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. You can find me on Instagram and Threads at the Real Cigar Jeff. You can find me on Facebook at Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. And of course, you're on YouTube, man. Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, mash that like button, turn on that bell for notifications, man, so you can be notified every time we drop one of these podcast episodes, man. And y'all know the topic tonight is your ex ruining your current relationship? And man, we had to get into this. This thing is trending right now. And so y'all know I got to bring the hometown hookup edition. Let me introduce my panelists so we can get into this thing. As always, y'all know we got the resident antagonist, the self-prescribed people's champ. TLC is in the building. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Tell y'all where y'all can find him on the socials.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me back again. It's your boy TL Clayton. You can always find me on Instagram at TL Clayton. #1. I'm also on Patreon. The Joke I Didn't Tell. Tonight I'm sipping on with my cup here. This is the Real People, Real Conversations glass. It's a Sam Adams Cold Snap tonight.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Now, the cigar that I'm going with, I've had this cigar before, but it's not my typical cigar. But I've had a bad couple weeks. I deserve it. This is gonna be the Julius Caesar I'm going with. So
okay.
This is my normal. I kind of, went above. Next week it'll be some Marlboros, but yeah.
Nice with the Julius Caesar. Y'all know we got to give man TLC. Thanks him. Yeah, we give him. Yeah. Longer since he's smoking a Caesar. That's actually my favorite cigar. I'll let that clap and go a little bit longer.
I should put it out. That
TLC is my favorite cigar now. That Julius Caesar, my favorite cigar now. You can't go wrong with that Caesar. Yeah, but that's can't go wrong with that. Man, y'all know who I got next. My A1 from day one, man. Y'all know who it is. She rocking her shirt. She fly her own colors. You know, I don't even know what to say now. She fly her own colors. I ain't gonna have to introduce her at all because y'all know who it is. I'm gonna let her tell her who she is and where y'all can find her on the social.
Thanks, JB. What's up, TLC? Thanks for having me back, JB. It's your girl, Rhonda. You can find me on IG at RMBLMBT. Yes, I'm rocking the merch tonight. Y'all go get the merch. Go get the merch.
Go get it. Get the merch.
And it's been storming up here in Charlotte, so I had to take it back to an oldie but goodie. My hot chocolate with Bailey's cup. So I'm rocking some hot chocolate and Bailey's tonight. Back to you, JB.
All right, man. Y'all know always, and especially since she got the merch on. See, that's the kind of applause you want from the moderator. You know? That's the kind of applause you want from the moderator, man. You know, for the people who show up willingly, show up happily. I mean, this is, you know, I appreciate that, man. You know, it ain't like TLC. It ain't like TLC who I called today. And as soon as I called him, he said, "What, man, we canceling the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So ready to cancel the recording. So y'all see what kind of friends I got to deal with. But man, y'all know. Shout out, man. I'm smoking this Second Amendment. Guns and Guards again. Going through my box of the Guns and Guards. Shout out to Brian, man, at Guns and Guards. Y'all go follow him over there. I'm gonna post it in the description, man, where that I'm smoking. But it's Guns and Guards, Second Amendment. Going through the box, man. He was gracious enough to send it. So I'm almost through the box with a good stick. This gonna be a good stick to smoke on tonight while we talking about your ex dealing with your current relationships. Of course, TLC. I got the bullet bourbon. I showed off tonight. Got my big cube in it. Got my big cube in it like you do at the restaurant, TLC.
So, all I saw was ice. I ain't seen no liquor, but okay.
And I got my bullet right there. It's almost gone, but I got my bullet. Yeah, TLC said he ain't see no liquor in it. He ain't see nothing but ice. See, brother, you got the haters everywhere. But man, let's jump right into this thing. let's jump right into this thing. TLC, tell us what you're thinking when you got the topic.
Is your ex ruining your current relationship?
Yes.
The first thing I thought of was no. Because ultimately, I would think a person is responsible for their own relationship. If you're letting some outside force enter that, that's on you. That was my main thought process. But I am excluding like people who have kids together with their ex and things of that nature.
But why are you excluding them?
Because you have to work with those people. It's not like you can just have a clean break if you have kids together and things of that nature. So you have to kind of co-parent. So that may add another dynamic to your relationship.
Okay, that's a little weak sauce right there. That's a little weak sauce. I was expecting a little more. I'm tired of this. It depends, and that it don't include the children if you got children. Come on, dog. You got to come. I know you're trying to get kicked off the podcast, but you got to bring some meat. You got to bring some meat to the table.
I'm shooting for it. I think if it's just you and the person you're with now and you don't have any kids with your ex, then yeah, it's all on you. But I mean, if you do have a relationship still going on with your ex because of kids and stuff, well, then it's almost like you're dealing with three people. The person you're with now, plus you, plus your ex. So it does make it more complicated. It's a completely different dynamic there.
I don't know about the rest of my listeners, but I like the TLC on the patio. I don't like this watered down TLC sitting in his chair in the house.
The indoor.
I don't like the indoor. I don't like the indoor TLC. He coming with some weak sauce tonight. The last couple podcasts when he was outside, it was hot out there. He was bringing the fire for real too. Hey, we'll get into it a little bit. What he said. He might be waiting till the end, kind of see where I'm going with this thing. Rhonda, tell us what you were thinking when you got the topic.
Yes, and yes. It's ruining your current relationship. Because 9 times out of 10, you may want to be with your ex or the one that got away. So that's always going to ruin your relationship, because you're always going to think about, there has to be some level of comparison to who you're with now and who you're not with. Because it doesn't have to be your last ex. It could be an ex from way back when.
You preaching? You preaching?
That's a resounding yes. Anybody in a relationship and they done had an ex is ruining their current relationship. Back to you, JB.
But to say it's ruining your relationship,
yes, ruining it. Yes.
It's ruining it.
TLC.
TLC, you about to get double team. TLC, you about to get double team. TLC, you gonna let me go? You gonna let me go? You taking over? Okay, go ahead.
Anytime you have you have exes, so those are life experiences. There's things that you're gonna take away from your past relationships. Yes, into your new, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be a negative what you bring into your new relationship. You could bring something positive that you learn from your ex.
No, you can't. There's a reason they're an ex, TLC. There's a reason that I got to agree with Rhonda. This is the Bonds family beatdown right now. That's what this is about.
It's a reason why they're ex, but you can learn from your losses.
Okay, no. I get it. But this about to be a Bonds family beatdown, TLC. Because I agree. I believe your ex is ruining your current relationship every day. Your ex is ruining your relationship every day. Because at the end of the day, everybody has more conversations about their exes than their currents. Ask anybody about their current. Oh, he all right. Hey, man, you know what? When the last time you heard from such and such? Man, I ain't heard from that fool since he stole my money. Right? Like it TLC. So ask somebody about their current, and you gonna get a vanilla answer. On the last podcast, I said ask a married person how long they've been married. They're gonna give you years and they're gonna shut up.
But just because it's vanilla doesn't mean it's bad. You can have a vanilla and it's because everything is good. Everything is great going on in your relationship.
TLC, he adding these caveats in, right? Look, if somebody said TLC, let's go get some vanilla ice cream together. You gonna be like, no, you gonna be like, okay, TLC, let's go get some vanilla ice cream.
All I heard was ice cream.
Right? He no, this the TLC I know. This is the TLC I know right now. Knowing damn well he going to Cold Stone to get that chocolate devotion. Right? He get TLC go on the Cold Stone and go get one of the specialty items. But the reason why I'm saying, guys, yes, it's ruining your current relationship. Because without the ex, without the ex, you don't know how to operate in relationships. TLC said it, without your past failures. So now you're trying to fix your past failures with your current person. Everything you do with your current person is based on something that happened with somebody in your past versus understanding, like, what are we working on? A lot of people are like, okay, I was with this person and this went wrong, so I'm gonna do this in this relationship. Okay, now this relationship got screwed up, so now I got to adjust for that, right? And this is why, TLC, your ex is ruining your current relationship. TLC,
your ex is influencing your current relationship.
Okay,
that doesn't mean your ex is ruining
TLC.
The only person that's ruining your current relationship is you.
No, TLC, it's the ex. TLC. What's happening is you're bringing in those experiences. You talked about learning from your loss. You bringing those experiences in, and this person that's with you ain't done nothing to you, but you automatically hating them and watching out because this is what my last one did to me. So I got to make sure you don't do it to me. So that's ruining your relationship. TLC. It's not influencing your relationship. It's ruining it because all you got to do is start a fight. Start a fight with your current, and just all you got to say, I see why he left your ass. What? Right. Look. You say that, TLC. Right? Because guess what? She done told you the story, everything he did. But now you seeing everything she did. And now you drop that line on a TLC. You drop that line on her that says, oh my God, I can see why he left your ass. You
he wouldn't say that to anybody. I don't think TLC would say that to a female or woman.
Yes, TLC would. Yes, TLC would say it. So TLC wants to run to go back to the Traveling with Bae podcast. This man don't want a girl ordering off the menu. He wants her to order exactly how the chef made it. Yeah, like this dude is crazy. Dude is crazy.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I said what? No, what I said was
I'm gonna link to the Traveling with Bae podcast.
Well, you can link it. I don't like it when women go too far into detail.
No, you didn't say
that. They change the whole menu up. Like, I don't mind if you just say, hold the tomatoes, hold the onions. But I don't want, hey, I want the gravy on the side. Can you put the onions, grill those, and then add some extra parts? Like, I don't want a person's gonna spend. I don't want a woman's gonna spend 10 minutes ordering the menu.
But why? Why do you not want that, TLC? Why do you not want that? You about to prove our point right now?
It's irritating
some ex did it. Some ex did it, TLC. Some jump off did it.
People have did it in the past, but I just find it irritating. Like, you just can't find something you like off the menu. Like,
no, you can't, TLC. TLC.
I can.
TLC. You know you making our point. Now I know you trying to be anti.
But I'm saying you don't take everything. You take what you want out of your past relationship. So, like, I remember when I first got my apartment. This is like maybe 20 years ago. This girl came over.
Oh, you were the man then, by the way. For all the listeners, he was the man 20 years ago.
I was doing decent 20 years ago.
No, you were the man. I give you a prop 20 years ago. Yeah.
Girl came over. She looked around my house, and the first thing she said was like, "I'm so glad you don't have like a bunch of dishes and stuff piled up in your sink and this and that." She said, "I can't stand when I go over to a dude's house and, you know, it's all junky and stuff." That's like one thing that she looked at. So I put that in my mind. You know, I put that in the back of my mind because I'm thinking to myself like, okay, well, if she feels like that, then other women feel like that. So as I'm moving forward with women, I try to make sure my house is clean.
Oh, stop right there.
At least the first time I bring a chick through.
TLC, stop right there. You just made the mistake. Because you started off with your intro statement. I got to beat you up, bruh. Because you started off with your intro statement. Well, it depends on this. And if they got kids together and all that. So now you letting this one girl who said something about dishes affect how every other girl. All women must be the same, right, TLC? Is that what you're saying?
Wait. No, what I said was, it's up to you. I said, if something goes wrong in your relationship, it's up to you to make that decision.
No,
so
okay.
I heard what she said. I processed it, and I said, you know what, that makes sense.
I didn't even.
If one woman feels that way, then a lot of women probably feel that way.
20 years ago, I done been to your apartment. All I saw was China and Dixie plates in there. What dishes she talking about? You ain't had no dishes.
I did. I don't bring out the good stuff for everybody. I keep the good stuff for, you know, the company that's deserving of such.
Rhonda, jump in there real fast, because I think TLC making our point. He's now grouping every girl in that comes to his house based off of this one experience. Go ahead and jump in there while he's drinking that cold snap.
Well, yeah, I mean that's it's probably has worked out for him with his relationships. They never had to be talking about dirty dishes and stuff. Um, I think about my clients that come up. Look, y'all, my house is what it is. It ain't getting no better than this. This what you gonna see. It's my house. But yeah, but I think if you don't pick up little tidbits and little things along the way from people that you've had relationships with and brought up in to your relationship, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. But it's when that person really don't care if you got dishes in your sink. You know,
Rhonda, Rhonda, I already don't like you. I already don't like you if I'm coming to your house looking at your dishes. And I can see that because knowing TLC the way I do, I can see why a woman comes in looking for something wrong.
Are they taking the plates in the bedroom? Are they taking the plates in the bedroom?
See, but Rhonda, that's the whole point. TLC might not be in it for the bedroom. TLC might want to get to know her for long term.
No, I'd rather the bedroom. But anyway, my point is, I didn't say having past relationships doesn't influence your current relationship. I said it's not negative. It's not ruining your current relationship. I don't know any girl that I could bring her to my house and she'd be like, "Oh, your house is junky as hell now." Cool. Like,
no. You know what she gonna say? You know what she gonna say? You know what she gonna say? TLC? Oh, you keep your house just like my ex who won't no good. Right? That's what she gonna say. TLC. Well, TLC, you don't understand, right? What type of guy do you like? What type of girl do you like? These are the questions, right? Hey, why didn't your last relationship work out? Most of us are backward looking. Most of us are not forward looking. This is why the ex is ruining the relationship. This is why the ex is ruining the relationship. I'm glad I'm at a point in my life nobody asked me where I went to college at. People say, what you gonna open next? Right? And that's why my past doesn't matter in the business world. Jeff, what's next? It's not, because John Maxwell said it. Yesterday's home run don't win today's game. So TLC, what I'm telling you is we are backward looking in our relationships. We're going by what our grandmother and grandfather taught us. Our mother and father taught us. Our aunties and uncles taught us. But you know the one person in your family that taught you about true relationships? The drunk uncle. The drunk uncle always told you, right? The drunk uncle wouldn't let nobody touch your sister. And he said, F all these women. Right? So the drunk uncle was going to keep you single forever. That's what the drunk uncle did, TLC. I know you laughing. TLC, you laughing. But here's the deal. Why are we backwards looking when we do relationships? Jump in there, TLC. Let me know what you're thinking when I drop that jam now.
Again,
I'm going to go somewhere with this thing. You're walking into the trap.
You're backwards looking because life is a building process. So you're going to take your past relationships with you. But again, some things you can use and you keep, and some things, you learn from. And so that's what I was saying.
But that's ruining it, TLC. That's not influencing it. That's ruining it.
I think it's building. I don't think it's ruining it. I look at life as like chapters in a book. I finished with that chapter. I'm moving on. I'm not trying to relive that chapter.
Yes, you are.
I think that's what you're talking. You're talking about
you washing the dishes. You washing the dishes when people come by.
I'm washing the dishes to come by because I know that most people in general want to come into a clean house.
Most people want to come into a clean house.
Most people want to come into a clean house.
Okay, all right.
So yeah,
I'd have seen some chicks you dated. I'd have seen some chicks you dated. I ain't know they were that fancy.
Well, some of them just want a roof over their head. But what I'm saying is, I think some people look in the past with a false narrative. They're thinking back of those old relationships that didn't work, and they're like, oh, well, that last person I dated, they weren't so bad. They weren't great. They don't think about the bad times. They focus on the good times. So if you go into your next relationship thinking like that, like, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last person, well, it probably won't work out.
Yeah, because TLC, that's why your ex is ruining your relationship. You blame the failure on who? So I can't look at myself. I blame the failure on the ex.
But that's what I said in the beginning.
No, you did not.
You got to look at yourself. Didn't I say, Rhonda?
You
from
said.
From the beginning, I said, when you go into a relationship, you got to blame, you got to be
But you blaming you. The topic of the podcast, TLC, is your ex ruining the relationship? Your ex is ruining the relationship. You're ruining your relationship. I'm actually pretty cool. If I ain't deal with her, if I ain't deal with this ex now, I wouldn't have PTSD. Right? Look at you, TLC. You got PTSD with dishes. This girl that you ain't even with 20 years got you still cleaning dishes. That's how your ex is ruining a relationship. So what the hell's dirty?
I don't see that as ruining anything. I
Let
see
me tell
that
y'all
as
this.
a positive takeaway.
No, see, let me tell you why your ex is ruining your relationship. Then, Rhonda, I want you to jump in there.
Mm-hmm.
The ex is ruining your relationship because the ex criticized you to a point that it broke down the wall. And you never forgot, because you've been taught to be a fighter. You've been taught to put on a good outward front. The ex ruined you because they got past that wall, and they penetrated the protective barrier, TLC. Right. So I look at an ex like Independence Day. This is what if you look at Independence Day, what did Jeff Goldblum say? We're gonna give it a cold so we can penetrate its defenses. Right, TLC? That's what the ex has done. That's what the ex has done, because they use their own technology against them. So the reason why I'm saying your ex is ruining your relationship, TLC, is because you are making all of your decisions on the new person based on the old. That's automatically ruining it. So now you got a guy that don't understand, or a girl that don't understand why he or she getting treated like this. And it's because the ex. Well, now, if he starts asking questions or she starts asking questions, you got to relive that hurt. You got to relive that pain, and you never get over it. Rhonda, when you hear me say that, what you think?
Well, of course, I don't see how you cannot have exes in your current relationship in some form of fashion. I just don't see how you could get around that unless you just can compartmentalize certain things. We all have habits, we all have routines that we do, and all that kind of stuff. And so it's more about how much of your current relationship can you truly be your whole self without that ex influencing it, right?
You can't.
And if there's no way to do that, I don't see how you cannot be reminded of somebody, even if y'all go out to dinner. Your ex may have held the menu a certain way, right? Or if y'all went on vacation, like, you know, or their feet always rip the sheets or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What?
What kind of toenails? What kind of toenails is that?
No,
Hey fellas, cut them toenails when you go over to your girl house.
I just saw a clip of Martin where
yes, they were cutting them.
Gina, like, you got to
get down. You got to work on Myra's feet.
Yeah,
you got to work on Myra's feet.
And so, like, even something like that, like, from them, like, you just doing your normal thing that you would do in a regular relationship, and then next thing you know, something's gonna remind you of them.
Yes. Yes.
I don't even want to use the word trigger because I think that word is overused so much. But it's just gonna be little reminders. And what if it was somebody that you did actually want to be with, and y'all not together no more?
And right, that's
cut your soul because you get a counterfeit Louis.
Right. Right. You had the real one. Now you got a counterfeit one, right?
Yeah.
And the one thing you're talking about with your ex, and this is one of the things I try to tell guys when I talk to them. You can't do, if you're doing the same thing when you go to your new person, the ex is going to ruin that relationship. There has to be a profession change, a job change. Something has to change so you cannot be influenced by your past. But if you're doing the same thing and just moving to a different person, you're going to keep running the same thing. Go ahead, Ron.
But if they don't think they've done nothing wrong, they got all this litter of exes all over the place, little bombs they done dropped all over the place. If they don't see that they done anything to anybody, they're not going to see that they need to improve or anything. If anything, that woman has to come up to a certain level for them to because they're not going to see that anything is wrong, because in their eyes, every woman that they've been with hasn't been the one anyway. So
absolutely, because the drunk uncle told them that nothing's wrong with you. The drunk uncle said, the moment you see this, leave. See, it's the sober family members that gave you bad relationship advice. Girl, marriage is work. Now, look, you need to do this, and this, right? It's the sober people in your life that gave you bad relationship. Talk to somebody drunk telling you going through something. Man, F her. F him. Right? They don't even want to hear the story. They don't even want to hear the story. The sober people, well, tell me a little bit more about it. Well, now, what you need to do is do this for him or do this for her. And the reason why I'm saying, we got to pray, we got to fast, we got to see, I'm saying to you, TLC, I get we on the opposite ends of this. But when we say, is the ex ruining a relationship, have a conversation with people when you ask them, why are they dating or married to somebody? And the first thing they're going to tell you is they're going to start with, let me tell you what I used to go through. And now he's the exact opposite, or she's the exact opposite, or she didn't do that kind of thing. But now they're not looking for, there's a difference in looking. See, TLC, look, if I had a dog, I need to come and tell you I'm looking for a cat. Let me tell you how relationships work. Some people say the opposite of a dog is a what? That's what some people say, TLC. What's the opposite of a dog?
I would say a cat.
You would say a cat, right? In relationships, opposite of a dog mean I might have wanted a hamster. Right? Like relationships, it ain't automatically I want a cat. And that's why when I'm telling you, when she says she wants the opposite of her ex, right? Because what does she call them? What animal does most guys get related to? A dog. Yes. A dog, right? So now all of a sudden, the guy comes in and the guy trying to be the quote unquote opposite of a dog, but I want to throw in TLC's favorite line.
What's that?
They don't want Future. They want Russell Wilson to act like Future. Ain't that what you say, TLC? Ain't that your line? Repeat it for the audience, TLC.
I don't think people want opposites. I think when people get in a relationship and it don't work out, they want that same type of person. They just want to fix like one thing. Like they're not looking for a complete opposite. They don't want to get completely out of their comfort zone. They want the same guy they were talking to. They just want him to, I don't know, as Rhonda said, not tear up his bed sheets with his toenails. Yeah. They just want to they want the same guy that's gonna clip his toenails. That's it.
But TLC, they don't tell the guy that. They don't tell the guy that or the girl that when they first meeting with him. Oh my God, I like long walks in the park. They don't tell you they like to be pushed in the road every now and then. Right? TLC. You start, look, these people don't tell you that they actually enjoyed the crazy. It just got a little out of hand. So that's what TLC saying. Like, all right, look, polish it up a little bit. Like, man, look, I don't mind you cutting up the sheets, but don't cut them all the way, right? I know you're gonna scratch my legs up a little bit, but God, no, don't break skin, right? You gotta cut them toenails, right? So the reason I brought it up, y'all know I gotta go there, man. The reason I brought it up for TLC, cause I saw this article the other day, and I thought about TLC every time I saw it. TLC, can you see it?
Russell Wilson, 3 kids after baby number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see. There it is. Oh, I forgot to add that in, TLC.
Okay.
I wanted y'all to see that topic.
I mean, Russell Wilson's got another baby on the way. What's wrong with that?
But what happened? What happened a couple of weeks ago? Who dropped a disc? Who dropped a disc record and said F Russell Wilson? Who do you think dropped the disc record and said F Russell Wilson?
Maybe Future, but guess what?
Maybe Future, right?
Yeah.
I think when you look at the internet or whatever, everybody is obsessed with like Russell Wilson and Future. But Russell Wilson might not care about Future. He's winning. He got everything he wants.
TLC, he does care, TLC.
Yeah.
He does care. The other day, he posted a picture of Future's son walking off the field with him. Just Future's son, TLC. TLC, I ain't even pulling that one up.
I don't know how old his other kids are. So
TLC, they younger than Future's kids. Because every time Future say something, there we go right there. See, TLC, every time Future say something, Sierra got to get pregnant. Right? So y'all can see Future's son. He right there. Yeah. That's Future's son. Mm-hmm. There go Russell Wilson's daughter, and Russell Wilson's son. And now they got another one on the way. She did a whole promotion to let everybody know she was pregnant. Why do you think she letting everybody know she pregnant, TLC? Go ahead.
A lot of women post that, especially celebrities.
TLC, you know what I like, TLC. So you don't think it got nothing to do with reassuring him that she don't want Future no more?
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
You know, that's why y'all love TLC on the podcast right there. Because some of y'all actually believe this picture right here. And why does he have Future's son right next to him?
Right next, cuddled up.
Right next to him. Not the son that came out of his loins, TLC. Not the daughter. Future's son is smiling right in front of him. TLC.
I don't think they decided on how to take the picture, man. TLC. I think they just got together and took a picture.
TLC.
I think you're looking way into that.
TLC. TLC. Okay, TLC. Okay. So here's the deal, TLC. I don't know if this one is going to show up, right? I don't know if this. I just want to go over these a couple, and then we're gonna get back to it. I don't know if this one is gonna show up. This one might be copyrighted, so I apologize up front, guys, if y'all don't see this one. Here's another one, TLC. Here's another one. I want y'all to see this one.
American Express.
I want y'all to see this one. Now, TLC, look at that title. Look at that title, TLC.
The Wilson 5+1.
The Wilson 5 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now, TLC, Future just dropped this diss track a couple weeks ago. Sierra and Russell Wilson shared a sweet new family photo after the baby news, and they call themselves the Wilson 5+1. Who's included in that 5, TLC?
I don't know.
Future's son.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Future's son is included in that 5, right? They getting back at it. They getting back at him, TLC.
The baby.
They
Mm-hmm.
saying they got a family.
+1 is the baby, TLC. Now look at this picture right here, TLC. Ooh, boy, if your ex ain't ruining your relationship, ain't no couple that happy. I know a fake smile when I see it, TLC.
Come on, man.
Look at that. Look at
That's authentic. I think that's authentic.
They look happy.
No, see,
They living a great life. They got a happy life. The only people that are complaining are the people who aren't in the relationship.
TLC. I get what you're saying. I ain't trying to knock you. Russell Wilson had the worst year he ever had football career wise. And y'all know me and TLC went to NC State. So we Russell Wilson fans. Right? We saw what Russell Wilson did at NC State before he went to Wisconsin. He had the worst year. What were they saying was bothering him? That Future was making him feel insecure. Future was making him feel insecure. Why is Future ruining the relationship? You know why? Everybody relates to Future's lyrics more than they relate to this man taking Sierra to do prison ministry at the prison. So which one you think the ladies want to do? They want to go to the prison ministry to praise the Lord, or they want Future in the mansion with the Gucci flip flop? Which one you think they want, TLC?
He might not even be focused on that. I mean, he did have a bad year. He had a bad year, but I mean, he might be tuning out the social media and stuff.
Oh,
TLC,
no.
You know, go ahead.
TLC, go ahead, Ronnie, jump in there. Cause TLC ain't listening to me. He ain't listening to me.
No, he is all about that social media stuff. I love his relationship with Future's son, with Lil Future. I think that's great that he could step in and have that relationship with that little
disagree.
boy, and that's okay.
The boss and the beat down gonna take a little bit of a detour right now because I disagree with that.
I think that's great.
Just wait until Little Future gets older.
Right.
And he don't even want to deal with older Future. You know who he's gonna want to deal with? Russell Wilson.
No, he's not. He
Russell
gonna want to deal with. He gonna want to deal with older Future. No. He gonna want to deal with older Future, bruh. Let me tell you something, dog. TLC, look at it. If you told somebody for 18 years that they had a different daddy because the real daddy wasn't around, who they craving to find? Who they craving to find? Future playing this thing right. Russell Wilson playing this polished guy. I love Jesus. Praise the Lord. God is great. Wake up today and praise him, everybody. And you out there throwing 30 interceptions like Dak Prescott. Right?
Man, he had one bad year, man.
Yeah, he had one bad year because Future knows he's in his head. Future knows he's in TLC. He dropped that F. Russell Wilson line and everybody caught on to it. What does Sierra have to do? Sierra has to reassure him. He's out here trying to be so polished and be so perfect, but what people relate to is Future. And I ain't knocking Russell Wilson. I think he's a good guy. I think it's admirable what he did, but I don't think in this situation that Future's son is going to appreciate. Let me tell y'all, as kids get older, and a lot of women hate when I say this, as kids get older, they identify with their father. They're younger, they identify with their mother. You get older, you start seeing what your daddy was talking about. And Future got something that Russell Wilson don't. Future got bars. When his son get old enough to listen to them lyrics, and the way Future talking about she for the streets, your daddy got one of the most famous rap lines, one of the famous taglines in hip hop. She for the streets. When he get to school, you think people gonna want to hang out with him because his daddy Russell Wilson or his daddy Future?
Bad Russell Wilson.
No.
Let me tell you,
he
had one bad year. Denver now has got Sean Payton. Sean Payton is a coach, a real coach, and I don't see it just right now. I don't see Sean Payton downgrading Russell Wilson. It's going to be an improvement. He's going to improve this year. I ain't saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl and nothing like that, but they're going to have a much better year. And once you start winning, a lot of that pressure comes off of you.
No,
I don't think.
Bro, it doesn't work like that, TLC. The ex is ruining
Yes,
that
it does.
relationship.
No,
The ex
buddy.
is ruining that relationship.
And everybody's not going to have an ex like Future, right? Everybody's not going to have an ex. They can put some stuff in their music and to put you on blast and all of that. Like, but for the basic person, I'm serious. Like you get that one. You get one of your friends who done called and said, like, "Hey, man, Jeff, Keke been thinking about you, man." Like, or I don't know whether Torrance is ex, but you know what I'm saying? Like you never know. Something may pop up and then you got you thinking.
And see, Rhonda, I don't disagree with you, right? Because, like I said in the beginning of the podcast, we're backward looking.
Yeah,
we're backward looking, and we talked about that. We talked about should married people hang out with single friends. And TLC said something brilliant last podcast. He been drawing an egg on this one, but last podcast, he said, "Ain't nobody hitting you up on the Sky pager no more." Right? So the reason why your ex is ruining your relationship is now you craving for something where the time has passed. You craving for something where the time has passed because you left them for their flaws, but their qualities were not all that bad. Now their flaws outweighed their qualities. Well, now you get with somebody else trying to fix the flaws. And TLC, I agree with you on this one. You assuming that the new person gonna have the good qualities without the flaws. That's why it's ruining your relationship, because now he don't have the flaws, but he damn sure ain't got none of the qualities. Right? I guarantee you ain't no Gucci in the Wilson family house. ain't no
Go ahead.
That man got every designer except Gucci, TLC. That man got every designer except Gucci. I know I wouldn't have no Gucci flip flops in the doggone house if my baby mama was Future. My baby daddy was with my baby mama or my wife is y'all know what I'm trying to say. My perspective is, TLC, we got to start recognizing that most relationships are not ruined by money. They're not ruined by anything. They're not ruined by money. They're not ruined by religion. They're not ruined by wrong thinking. They're ruined by the ex, because we're letting all that past failure stop the success. Because again, now you comparing the current person, and then when you get with a new person, now you added another person to compare to, right? So it just gets bad. So TLC, you know me, man. You know me. I did a little research for this one. The next one I want to show you is this one. I want to make sure we get this before I run out of time. TLC, hold on. Where is it at? TLC, y'all know. Y'all go back and look at the what can we learn from Keke Palmer. I want to show y'all this one. This one hit me today. Boy, if this thing didn't get me.
Yeah, that's my favorite video of the day.
Look at that right there, TLC. TLC, look at that right there.
Mm-hmm.
TLC. Now this is a TLC. This is an actual is your current relationship ruining everything, because guess what, TLC? Keke Palmer, somebody said your boyfriend is looking for me.
That's the first of the song. Mm-hmm.
TLC, somebody said your boyfriend is listening to me, TLC. I mean, looking for me. Now this is Usher trolling this man she currently with.
But that's not his past relationship though.
That's why I'm telling you. This is why I'm telling you, right? What can we learn from Keke Palmer? Look at that thing now. Somebody said your boyfriend is looking for me, TLC. Look at this thing. Hold on. Let me go back to it, because y'all know I'm over here trying to work this technology. TLC. Somebody said that your boyfriend is looking for me. Usher sings in a clip from the song appropriately titled Boyfriend, which both he and Palmer shared to social media. That's cool. TLC.
So that goes back to the podcast where I say everybody's working except for her boyfriend or her man, whoever she's with now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's affecting their relationship. It's not a past thing that's affecting their relationship. It's the fact that he's not working.
Rhonda, what you say when you saw that video? What'd you say?
Oh, I'm like them. Like, yeah, that was my favorite thing today on the internet.
TLC, TLC,
Yeah.
that was the favorite thing today.
Yeah.
This dude has gone from you're a mother, you shouldn't be dressing like that, and the only female on the panel said this was my favorite thing today. Your boyfriend is. I heard your boyfriend looking for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like y'all together. But look, bruh, if you find her, you gonna find him. Stop looking for him, TLC. Go look for her. Look at what this thing said, TLC. Usher tweeted a short caption for the video telling his followers that the impending duet represents when fantasies become reality.
Oh, that is messed up, man, but I love it.
CTLC.
See, they both milking this. Usher and Keke Palmer are both milking this.
I'm glad.
You know, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It's not my relationship. But again, they're both working. They're both in entertainment. So they're both getting likes. They're both getting clickbait. They're getting all that. Her boyfriend ain't got nothing to do. He's just ass out. I hate to say it, but
TLC. But TLC, you making my point. His ex is ruining his relationship with Keke Palmer. You are with Keke Palmer. What you've done in traditional relationships when your girl wasn't a celebrity, you can't bring that here. You better learn. You just said it. First of all, I'm working. I'm dancing in the background. I'm doing something. I'm gonna learn how to be an agent. I got to be there when you working, right? I got to be there when you're working. We literally talked about what can you learn from Keke Palmer. Fast forward, and now they doing a video together over this thing.
Yeah.
They doing a video together over this thing. If y'all don't believe their podcast is from on high, y'all better go ahead and look in the description. Look in the description at PayPal. Go ahead and send that to it. My point to you guys is this. Your ex is ruining your relationship because you're holding your current person to a standard that's just not there and it's not fair to them. So what happens is we talked about Russell Wilson and Sierra. We talking about Keke Palmer's boyfriend, but I ain't got a problem with Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer's boyfriend is holding her to a status of a non-famous person. Why? Because his exes weren't famous that I'm aware of. So now you bringing that into this relationship, ruining it, when you could actually be riding the coattails of this thing. You coming out here trying to shame her for how she looked, and she's never been looking better. She's never been looking better. Go ahead,
but
TLC.
again, I don't think that's his exes. He can't blame his relationship with Keke Palmer on his exes.
Yes, he can, TLC.
He has to blame his relationship with Keke Palmer on him.
No, TLC.
All he had to do was say nothing.
TLC.
He didn't have to say nothing.
Who taught him what a mother should be? Who taught him what a mother should be?
I guess his mom.
His mama or a girl he dated before. He didn't bought that in. He didn't bought that into this relationship. And now this man is single-handedly responsible for reigniting this girl's career. Like after Akilah and the Bee, I ain't know Keke Palmer was still there. And that ain't a knock. But my point to you is Akilah the Bee was the biggest success movie-wise. And now Usher is the hottest celebrity or the hottest musician out there right now. And she's partnered with him. And this guy done messed up because you can't recover from this. Look at what Rhonda said. Rhonda, the only female on the panel, said, that's my best news of the day. I heard your boyfriend was, look how the game had changed, TLC. The ladies out here saying, that's the best video of the day. Right? It used to be 20, 30 years ago, the woman would say, I can't believe she's out there acting like that. She needs to respect that man. No, guess what? F him. Let's make this video. Let's make this video.
F them kids. Mm-hmm.
F them TLC. She said, let's make this video. So that's what I want you guys. That's what I want you guys to see. I got one more I want to share with y'all. Because this one got me too.
What is this?
This one got me too. Because this is a business one. Now look at what happens when you go to white relationships.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Look at what happens when you go to white relationships, TLC. Look at that title. Ben Affleck's net worth compared to his partners, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Gardner, and Gwyneth Paltrow. I just showed y'all the black folk relationships. White people, we over here talking about net worth. TLC, when did we get it wrong? When did we get it wrong, TLC?
It's two completely different articles to me. I don't see
TLC.
the correlation there.
It's still the exes, TLC. The exes are ruining the current relationship, right? Like, this is why they're writing it. Look at what it said.
How was his exes ruining his relationship with Jennifer Lopez?
TLC.
Or vice versa. How's Jennifer Lopez?
No, TLC.
Exes.
Remember TLC. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez were married before, right? You remember that?
I don't think they were married before. I think they were just dating.
I think they were married. Y'all, somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think they were married.
Now, TLC. Reason why I'm saying this is look at this video right here. Who is in the video with Jennifer Lopez right now?
I saw Puffy in one.
I know,
it's
Puffy. It's Puffy, TLC. Why am I bringing this up? I'm not bringing in the race thing. I'm laughing about the race thing. But look at how they're letting you know what his ex is. I'm sorry. What you say, right?
He is brown.
Yes, she brown, right? So let's go back to the main screen. TLC, the reason I'm bringing this up is because why is Ben Affleck famous? They're letting you know, look at the women he's dated. Look at the women he's dated.
I don't think his fame has anything to do with the women he's dated.
Are you kidding? If you date Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow,
he was famous for writing that movie. Whatever
so
Williams.
You would say that. You would say that.
I'm just saying that's what put him on the map. I can't remember the name of the movie.
But guess what? Good Will Hunting, right?
Yeah, Good Will Hunting. Thank you.
So look, I ain't taking away his professional, but they ain't talking about Good Will Hunting right now. They talking about his exes. The reason I brought that article up is because they're bringing up his ex's net worth, which means basically what they're saying is Ben Affleck goes higher and higher. Jennifer Lopez's net worth is the highest of all of his women he's been with. That's what they're trying to say. The reason why I'm bringing it in, TLC, is because your exes are ruining your current relationship because everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, majority of people are backward looking. Go ahead, TLC.
You can't really say it's ruining the relationship because they were dating before and they had other people that they were dating between them getting back together. So really, their exes.
Why did he get back with her then?
Help.
Why did he get back with her?
They looked at who they were with, and they were like, you know what?
Why didn't it work out with the ones? Why didn't it work out with the ones between Jennifer Lopez first time and Jennifer Lopez second time? Who did he keep comparing them to?
J-Lo.
I don't know who he was dating at the time.
Right, the TLC gonna be different. Gonna be different.
But I'm saying they were dating other people. They came back together. So that doesn't mean your ex ruined your relationship. Your ex actually enhanced your relationship. The way I see it.
Okay. And help me understand that a little bit more. We got a little bit of time. Help me understand that a little bit more.
Because when they were younger, they were dating each other. They broke up. They dated someone else. Now they look at the people they're with and they were like, well, you know what? I was better off with Jennifer or with Ben, however you look at it. So now they've got back together and now they have a better appreciation for one another. So actually, their ex enhanced their relationship now. They're better off dating other people. That's the way I see it.
I get it, bro. I get it. Hey, Russell Wilson, I'm glad to have you on the podcast, man, because it's good to have that perspective. I'm going to start calling you Russell Wilson, man. Because no, he sound good. He sound good.
I'm winning.
Oh, no, you're not winning this argument because everybody gonna agree with me until you write your own comment on YouTube again. But that's another story for another day. But my perspective, TLC. The reason I'm bringing these articles in, and what we've been on this relationship series for a minute. And the reason I brought this X thing in is because everybody, you ask a person what they're looking for, they can never give you an answer without mentioning their ex. So now, again, if you're the person that's sitting across from that person, they tell you everything the ex did wrong, but they didn't tell you what the ex did right. So now you fix what's wrong, but you never knew what to do right. So now once you fix the wrong, TLC, I'm gonna go there. Now, TLC, you said you winning, but I'm about to go there. You fixed the wrong, but you never knew the right. So once you remove her wrongs, guess what she craving?
I think you're looking at relationships like it's something you can just write down on paper. Like, okay, she checks this box, this box, this box. But it really don't work that way. So until you actually start talking to a person and start going down that road together.
TLC, you didn't answer my question. If I fixed the wrongs, but I didn't know what the right was, so I'm not what she hated, but now I'm not what she loved. So what if Nobody ever asked the girl or the guy, hey, what did your ex do well? You know what, dude? You know what you do? You've been taught to ask, what did he do wrong? Well, you done removed her wrongs. Now she want to write again. Because now, look, thank you for removing that burden and yoke from me. Let me text and see what's up. Right? Like, let me text and see what's up. That's what a lot of people don't get. What you say, Rhonda? What do they do?
WYD.
TLC, that's the point. Look, TLC, go back and look at the relationships you've had. Nobody ever asked, what did the ex do well? They always ask, man, what did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? Or what did she do wrong? Why didn't it work out? You go fixing the wrongs. And guess what?
Part of it is they say, don't ask a question you're not ready for the answer for. You don't want to be like, okay, I'm gonna ask this person, what did your ex do well? And they're like, she broke me off amazingly every day. Like
that's why the handlebars. That's why the handlebars on the headboard.
So,
don't ask a question you don't want to answer for.
But see, y'all, this is why the ex is ruining a relationship. TLC just preached why most people relationships are failing. You don't ask a question you don't want to answer for, but in a relationship, that's the question you need to ask. Because I need to know what you did right too. I need to know what you did right, because ain't nothing worse than getting with the person and all of a sudden you ask her what she want to eat and she don't know, and then you choose and y'all get there and she like, man, me and my man used to come here all the time. I want the rack of lamb. What? Why you ain't tell me that y'all actually? Oh yeah, I love this place. Really? You didn't? What you say, Ron?
I said they out of lamb.
Now they out of lamb because he done already been there with his other girl, right? He bringing his other girl to the same spot. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, TLC. We never learned. The reason why your ex is ruining a relationship, you only told your current about the negatives. You didn't tell them what you like. So now your current don't know what you like. That's why your ex is ruining a relationship. Now you in a position where you can't go, well, my ex used to do this that I liked, and I need you to do that too. Because guess what? F him. F her. I ain't about to do that. If you don't want me, if I ain't good enough for you, go ahead. Look, this can be. That's what happens, TLC. That's why your ex is ruining the relationship. TLC, go ahead, bro. Hey, look, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you be a part of this Barnes family beatdown. You keep fighting it. Because we coming to a close now. We coming to a close.
We just have to agree to disagree on this one. I'm not saying you bring everything positive into a new relationship. You are gonna bring some baggage. That's normal. But to say that your ex is ruining your relationship, I don't think that.
That's fine, and that's fine.
I don't think that.
But all I do is bring receipts, bro. All I do is bring receipts. The number one thing right now, you single right now because of what you've been through, and you are being more selective. Well, what's making you more selective? The people you done been with. Because guess what? It ain't nothing else.
That's not a negative thing. That's not ruining nothing.
Yes,
that's my point.
Yes, it is.
It's only enhancing.
Yes, it is. Because guess what? We left the ex with unfinished business. Now we trying to finish that business with the current. You see what I'm saying? That's the biggest issue. We trying to finish the business with the current. The current didn't do nothing wrong to you. So now TLC going to wash the dishes before the girl show up. Now the girl don't even recognize the dishes. She like eating out the paper towels. That TLC mad, man. The chick asked for popcorn and just poured it on a napkin, bro. She ain't even want it in the bowl I had. Well, she don't care about the dishes. But TLC, because that one girl gave him confirmation bias, because TLC is a linear guy, I gotta have this ready. I gotta have the grass cut. I gotta put more pine straw down so when she walks in, all this kind of stuff that he does. If a girl walk in and don't recognize it, now TLC mad at her.
No, I ain't.
Yeah, you
No, I'm not.
TLC, you literally, bro, you just brought up dishes at the beginning of the podcast.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yes.
So I always keep my house nice.
Oh, I believe it. I believe you keep your house nice. I ain't never questioned it. I roommate with you, so I know how clean you keep stuff. That ain't never been a problem. The difference is, though, because of your previous experiences, and that's all I'm saying, the previous experiences are affecting why you're single now. Which is a positive thing. Single now, but which is a positive thing.
Negative. Okay.
Being single is a positive thing because you are in a position where you can be more selective. The older you get, the more selective you come. This is why people try to get you married off early. Because the older you get, it doesn't make sense to. The older you get, it doesn't make sense.
Oh
And
yeah, it don't make no sense.
it don't make no sense, right? Y'all both sitting in your own house, all that kind of stuff. Now y'all got rules, right? Y'all got rules, but it's all based on previous experiences. The only thing I'm saying is if we weren't backward facing, the ex would not be ruining the relationship. But as long as people are backward facing, and we talked about this, should married people have single friends, that single friend reminding you of what happened back in the day. Your single friend ain't concerned with nothing you doing. Your single friend gonna be the one who told you who they saw from your past. Your single friend gonna go to the concert and say, man, bro, remember we went to this concert back in the day? Right? Like that's what the single friend takes you back down memory lane. And then when you want to go back down memory lane, that single friend gonna tell you, no, man, it ain't the same no more. I was just recollecting. It ain't out there. It ain't like that out there now. We don't go to the club to dance now. We just go and kind of just getting out the house. Right? So that's the whole point that I'm trying to make to you guys. Now, Rhonda, hey, look, I take that back. No, TLC, we about to close this thing out. Give me your closing statement before we close this thing out.
I'm gonna go back to what I've been saying all along. I think everything you do is like building blocks. You're gonna build upon your past, but that doesn't mean you have to let your past ruin your future. I think you just apply to what you learned from your past, and that can be a positive thing. That's my takeaway.
Okay, Russell Wilson, man, we appreciate that, dude. I think that sounded good, bro. We gonna start calling TLC the Russell Wilson fan club. Next thing you know, we're gonna be at the prison ministry and thanking God on Twitter all day. Rhonda, what's your closing thought for the night?
Not only is your ex ruining your current relationship, so it's the comparison of such.
Yes.
It's also ruining your relationship. Look, you can't forget the ones that have touched your soul, however they touched it. But however they touched your soul.
Hell no. That's deep, literally. Go ahead.
Yeah, like you can't forget that. However, you do have to show some level of respect for your current relationship in so many words until that one starts messing up. And then that's when you do need to step in and be like, you know what, I'm the one that's messing stuff up. Not the exes, not the other person, but like TLC said, that. But
okay.
The exes are all up and through ruining people's.
Absolutely, Rhonda. I appreciate you getting to the foundational issue. TLC talking about the roof. The Barnes family beatdown is about the foundation. We gonna get some stuff fixed. Y'all know my takeaway. My takeaway is the reason why your ex is ruining your relationship is because you stop evolving and you pick people who don't evolve. And because again, the exes don't matter if you've evolved. And just because you got older don't mean you evolved. And a lot of people are struggling in relationships because they're trying to find Mr. Right, comparing him to the old Mr. Right. And because most people end up in relationships emotionally and ain't working on nothing, that's why every relationship they get in is the same thing, because they're not evolving professionally. You have to evolve professionally if you want to forget your exes. Because the only thing that makes you forget your exes is professional development. Because nobody ever does personal development. Your job is pretty much the reason why you try to do anything better. Because your personal life doesn't. So the reason exes are ruining current relationships is because if you haven't evolved, the only thing you can reminisce on is your ex. And that's why I always heard a lot of people say there's who you love and then there's who you with. Well, why are they saying that? Because you got older, but you haven't evolved. And now you're just comparing why this didn't work out, why this didn't work out, why this didn't work out. And the first thing I ask people is, let me see your resume. Has your resume evolved? Because when your resume evolves, things from your past dissolve. And that's why when you look at a rearview mirror, it has to tell you that things are closer than what they appear. But at the end of the day, eventually that stuff goes out of the rearview mirror. Start looking forward, stop looking backwards. Your exes can't ruin your relationship. And y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. You can find me on Instagram, man, at the Real Cigar Jeff. Find me on Facebook at Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. And of course, man, y'all here on YouTube, do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. Y'all go ahead and do me a favor. Look in the description. Get the merch, man. Do like R&B, LMBT right there. Y'all get that, you know who it is. You see TLC with the real people, real conversation. Y'all look in the description. Get the merch, man. Support the channel. Get down in the comments. That helps the channel. Y'all know we on our way to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We gonna keep We gonna keep doing this thing. I saw we went up by 100 subscribers just last week, so we appreciate everybody that's listening. TLC, let them know, man, who you are again and where they can find you on the socials.
TLC, you can find me on Instagram at TLClayton1. Also on Patreon, The Joke I Didn't Tell.
Yeah, and he also had, don't forget, guys, y'all can find him at Russell Wilson 1 2. He's on that on Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
Appreciate you being on TLC. Rhonda, let them know, man, where they can find you on the socials.
You can find me at RMB
Man, again, I appreciate my panelists. Y'all get into this thing, man. Forward this to your family. Forward this to your friends. And until next time, we gonna see if this outro works. Yeah. It's your boy JB, live and direct to you. You know what it is. Like and subscribe to.